COVID-19, combined with the usual winter pressures, is putting immense pressure on our hospitals. We have seen the number of coronavirus cases rising in the past couple of weeks, and that is now feeding through to the number of people in hospital. As of yesterday, there were 20,426 people in hospital in England with COVID-19. And that means there are now more people in hospital with coronavirus than at any one point during the first wave. Back in April, the number of patients in hospital peaked at just under 19,000. It dropped off quite substantially over the summer, but it's been rising again, and that has now passed 20,000. Doctors and paramedics say that is putting a huge strain on the NHS. But we know that winter is always a tricky time for the health service. So is this just standard winter pressures, or are things worse because of the coronavirus? This graph shows us the number of emergency admissions to hospitals in England, dating from June 2015 to November this year, which is the most recent data that we have. And this shows us that although there are some fluctuations, with numbers typically rising around the winter months, the number of emergency admissions is not higher than at similar points in the last few years. However, this doesn't tell us how long patients are in hospital for, and it's worth remembering that we don't have December's figure yet, and because there's always a lag of a couple of weeks from getting infected to potentially going into hospital, the rise in cases we have seen in the last fortnight could push that level up. So it's not a complete picture yet. We've been hearing, though, from doctors and nurses who say hospitals are under real pressure, and one of the reasons for this may be staffing. There are around 84,000 vacant staff positions in the NHS, 38,000 of which are in nursing posts. In fact, 1 in 10 nursing posts in the NHS are currently unfilled, and that's partly explained why, even though admissions are not yet exceeding the levels we've seen in previous years, on the ground, things are still very stretched.